Awesome. Well, everyone, welcome to the 2013 NASA Space Amps Challenge in San Francisco. For those of you who I haven't met, I'm Jeremy. I'm one of the partners here at Lemnos Labs, and we are a startup incubator, but kind of what makes us radically different is that we only invest in hardware companies. And so my background is actually in aerospace. I spent 5 years in the Air Force, so I'm a massive space cadet, and I'm really happy to be hosting you guys. So what I want to do for this part is we've got 3 different groups that all have stuff you can hack on. We have David from our OpenROV, we have a rep from Leap Motion, and then we have Nano Satisfy. And then after that, I just want to quickly go around the room and let people kind of introduce themselves and say what they're working on. And we've got this place today and tomorrow, and if there's anything else you need, please let me know. But Leap, do we want to start? Do you need to plug in?
Sure, absolutely.
And then do this.
Is the chair sufficient, or do you want another chair?
No, we're good. Hey guys, my name's Eve, or Elizabeth. I'm from Leap. I'm on our dev team. And we brought some hardware for you guys to hack on. What Leap Motion Controller does is it tracks all your favorite fingertips and your palm points in real time in 3D space. So we can watch all 10 fingers and 2 palms in space and track that. And maybe you guys have different challenges that you're working on, like asteroid catcher or data visualization. So now we have an SDK that you can take and maybe actually hold that data in your hand. So planet hopper, visiting different planets and terrain, being able to actually hold a world or a sun in your hands and understand the meaning of that. Or take asteroids and catch them as you do an asteroid defender game. Those are things that we really kind of want to enable people to do that they've never been able to do in a really easy and real way. I've got controllers, you guys can sign up. I can give you SDK access really quickly. I'm here to help you do some technical setup. If you have any questions, we can get you set up in under 2 minutes. And we also have an IRC channel going all weekend. We're sponsoring 8 different sites across the globe. So we can hook you up with other teams that are doing stuff if you guys want to work on teams remotely. But we just want you guys to explore the future and explore space, and we're hoping that these will produce some awesome open source education apps you can put in classrooms after this weekend. Okay.
Cool. Thank you. David, do you want to? And David, you want to talk about OpenROV?
Sure.
You were one of the winners last year for the Space Apps Challenge, correct?
Yeah, we did. We won it. Yeah, we kind of accidentally won the...
Accidentally?
Yeah. Let's be clear, the program in San Francisco. So this is OpenROV. This started as a project with my friend Eric and I in his garage, building this underwater robot because we wanted to explore this cave in Northern California. And we put it on Kickstarter and raised a bunch of money and sent these kits around the world. And now we have this community of thousands of people who are collaborating on this open source design. And last year we came and we built this kind of water sampling device and did a few other things. But this year we really want to try and get remote internet control. So we've got the software now where you can control this thing from your laptop. But what we want to do is try and get this so you can control it over the internet. So we have teams working on this around the world. I think it'd be really cool to be able to control an ROV that's in Australia from your chair here, or them in Australia controlling it here, or someone else around the world doing that. So that's what we're going to try and do. There's a group in Australia that's been working on this all night, or already started, so pick up where they left off. Also, if there's anything else that you guys want to do with this, we have this ROV. I think we'll have a few more here later today, so let me know.
Cool. And then Peter, you want to plug in?
Yeah, why not? I'll let Jeremy set you up. Oh, you can use USB doors as well. So I'm Peter. I'm here with Nick. We are from the OddestA Challenge, and some of you might have heard us last year. We did a Kickstarter campaign simultaneously with David. And what we do is basically we build a satellite, a CubeSat, and we put in Arduino computers and let everyone here program that. So we make it open. There's like a pretty big global community already of people who said, I want to run an experiment in space. And what we want to do is break that concept that space is expensive and only for the elite. Right? For us, we say our goal is affordable access to space for everyone. And so what we want to do here, Jeremy, click on this button here. There you go. So basically what we're going to do is we want to drive STEM education in this country and get people involved and realize that you can go to space without being a rocket scientist, right? So literally everyone can do that. And you know, we talked about this one already, and that's what we did with the Kickstarter campaign, and really got like a lot of kids involved across the planet. You can target it. You can have it like literally for like 7, 8, 9-year-olds. So you can have it for PhD students that want to test a new control mechanism for a satellite. And we've built this online control center where you literally everything is online. You log on, you can program your Arduino online. So if any one of you wants to work on the OddestA challenge and wants to try out our online programming environment where you don't have to download any software, you know, talk to us and I'll get you an account and you can do that. And we have like, this is like a range of sensors that are on there. There's like a list that are posted on the OddestA challenge. We have some samples of the sensors here. They are a little bit precious, so if you want some, come to me, but I'm going to take some kind of like form of ID because you kind of like need them back afterwards. And there's a host of applications that you can do with that. There's science, you know, you can do for education, you can play games. So this is just like a short list of things that we can come up with. But what my hope is for this challenge, and it's like they're like, I think at last count something like 15 or 17 locations across the world that are working on the OddestA challenge. So I really, you know, I'm excited and curious to see what you guys come up with. What do you do with the satellite or a constellation of those satellites in space? This is something about Earth's magnetic field and why it is relevant, and you know, I can talk about this more afterwards. What we do here for the NASA Space App Challenge, we have like 3 different areas that you can engage in. The first one is you use the camera that we have and build what is called a sun tracker, Earth tracker, or star tracker. Those are like the increasing difficulties. So a sun tracker is basically you get a picture and you want to figure out where is Earth, and then orient the satellite, for example, to have the camera point directly at the sun or directly at Earth. You can do this with Earth, you can use the sun, or you can use stars. So you can do some pattern recognition on that. That last one is really difficult, right? So if you want to have something to really, you know, sink your teeth in, that last one is very, very tricky. The next one that we have is like magnetosphere, which is the one that I'm probably personally most excited. And the idea here is to combine data from our satellite, an experiment that you can run on our satellite, satellites that NASA has and data that they make available for free, and then combine it with data that your cell phone collects. So most smartphones actually have a magnetometer built into it. And space weather is not very well known, but in 2003, 45 million homes realized what space weather does because they suddenly had no power, because we don't really have a good early warning system for solar storms. So the idea here is that you use the hundreds of millions of devices that people have in their pocket to measure what is happening to the Earth's magnetic field. You combine it with the data that our satellite can collect, and then you combine it with the data from NASA. And you can do really cool visualization of what is happening to the Earth's magnetic field when there is like a solar eruption or solar wind is coming. And you can do really nice visualization of what is happening in specific locations on Earth. Is there like potentially rapid change in the local magnetic field, which can cause damage to power lines, utilities, airlines, and so on and so forth. And then we also have a hardware challenge for those that like wires more. Our current payload consists of an Arduino Mega, which is basically the payload supervisor, and then a host of Arduino Unos, the normal 328. And the next level of our payload would be is that we upgrade it as Arduino upgrades the processors. And you have a Due as the payload supervisor, and you have Megas as the experiment nodes. And then there's an extra level after that where you say you use like a Raspberry Pi and have Dues as the nodes, or then you can use a BeagleBone and simulate Arduinos. Again, that last one, very, very hard. So I have 2 Dues with me, and I have 5 Megas, right? And you have, I think, we have 10 Unos as well. Again, if you need some.
So we have BeagleBones with Arduino compatible kits.
Perfect. So that is perfect as well. That's like the second level here is using BeagleBones. And you can use a BeagleBone and connect it to a Mega and write the software that allows you to interconnect with the supervisor that then flashes the node underneath with the program. Somewhat tricky. I'm going to be around, Nick is going to be around, and we can be happy to like talk with you and work with you on those things. Again, I'm going to have to ask you to sign them out with some kind of form of ID because I'm short of them, so I don't want to lose them. But that's basically from OddestA Challenge.
Cool. Awesome. Cool. Are there other people who have stuff that they're working on that they want to talk about, see if they can get other people involved?
Jump up there. Sure. I'm Dan Storman. I'm the project lead for the Pineapple project, which launched last year at the Space Apps Challenge and was also one of the award winners. But it's not being done this year. Instead, we're doing the Soil Test Kit Challenge, which was proposed by our partner organization, Growers Nation, with the Met Office in the UK. And so they proposed the project, and I'm going to be doing, well, I'm trying to figure it out, because I'm trying to figure out what they've done so far. I haven't been able to get a hold of them. But we're just kind of looking at collecting things like soil temperature and moisture data. I'd like to do pH as well, but pH is kind of a challenge, just because the pH sensors are a bit pricey and finicky. So I brought a couple of my own Arduinos. It sounds like there's a few other Arduinos here as well. And so right now, I'm just reading some sensors and then trying to figure out a lot of things like anyone's interested in doing 3D printing. The other member of the team, and the one who actually founded the Pineapple project, Lemnos Labs, she's down in Chile right now setting up 3D printers for printing toilets for sanitation. So she has access to a very large scale 3D printer. So if anyone wants to put together some 3D printer files, some STL files to actually print out some probe cases or something like that, we have access to that as well. So if you're interested in any of those things, or just documenting things on a web page or whatever, help with that too. So anything you're interested in, it sounds like there's a lot of good projects, but that's what I'm going to be working on when I figure out what I'm doing.
Great. Anyone else? And then just some quick housekeeping items. If you want coffee or food, just take a right when you go down. When you get out of the door, and the creamery is there. There's Subway down the street. So, but it's all to the right. There's nothing to the left, and bathrooms are back. So, yeah, cool. Welcome, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what we happen.
Thanks, Jeremy.
Thanks for having me.